No intro. Just kidding.
Hello, Governor.
For some reason, I couldn't see anything, so I was like, hi, I think. Hi.
I'm here. I can hear now. I couldn't hear there to begin with. Good evening, everybody. Roxy's touching buttons. It's not Shannon's fault. It's
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
punching wrong buttons. All me.
it was actually you? I thought it was me.
No, I think I did it. Or maybe we were both punching buttons at the same time. Listen, it's 9:30 my time zone. 10 o'clock, I'm in the bed asleep most nights. Shannon's got me hooked on this new show, guys. We're gonna have to talk about it tonight.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We have been down this whole train of Gateway and MK and Backrooms and all kinds of these things. And we all know they tend to all go together. Well, this show, which first off, I need to just say, what is up with everything trying to trigger us? Us kids everywhere.
Like crazy dreams, emotional crying for 3 days, can't get it together. Like felt like the world was ending for me for some reason for a couple of days, guys.
this show is literally one of the best depictions of like what was done to us to separate us from our consciousness in these things. So I'll let Roxy kind of explain a little bit on some of the technical side, and then I'll kind of really get into it, and we have some presentation stuff with it. But if you guys haven't seen it, it's not that we want to, spoiler alerts. Okay, there's going to be spoiler alerts in here because we have to talk about, some of the specifics in this show to help understand where we're going with this. Where they're going.
This is the cover image, and once you watch it, you'll understand who these characters are and what role that elevator plays. But when you first come upon this show, and when Shannon told me the other night, because I've been looking for something to watch, because we got no more Pluribus. I'm all out of Sam and Dean and Supernatural, and I spent a day crying on the final episode. I'm sad for that show. But so Shannon's like, oh, me and my husband, we watched this show. I'm like, I watched an episode, a half of it, and I'm like, I don't know. I just, I wasn't quite feeling it, and I stopped watching it. She's like, no, go back and watch it. Well, I did. And so far today, I felt like I needed to take a trip to the emergency room once. Like, it had that big of a physical effect. It caused heart palpitations. And we're going to try not to give too many spoiler alerts away. But the technical part of this show, the premise of it is you see the main character, he's an employee at this company. It's Lumon.
Yeah, Lumen.
And when you sign up to work for this company, it's evidently so high security that they basically men in black you, the blinky light. When you go up the elevator to your office, you're blinkied.
Right.
Your alter personality called the innie takes over. The innie doesn't know anything about your outside life, which is what they call your outie personality. The two are not integrated. They are separate beings, so to speak, in your subconscious. One doesn't know what the other one's doing. Like, this dude gets hurt at work, and when he gets home, his sister says, I don't know. They told me I slammed it in the copier. I guess that's what happened. And then just goes on about it. He has no concept to question why his hand's all scuffed up. He just took what they said. But in order to make this happen, they sedate you and put a power drill in your head and insert a device or like a pill, like in basically your pineal gland is what it looked like to me. You know what I mean? It's like, and that chip allows them to trigger this alter, which is your innie, when you ride up the elevator to go to your office. And that person up there has no concept about the real world.
No, it will. And to be clear, too, this is all the subsection. There's a whole other upper section in the main building, like in the outside part. You see all the floors. Those people are not. What is it called? The show
Integrated.
What is the name of the show? I literally
Severance.
It's called, yeah, Severance. So only these people, and they're supposed to be doing some top secret stuff to where they can't leak the information out, and that's why their outie is told that they needed to be separated from their work personality.
Safety and security and all.
Safety and security. But when you get into it, and there are different subsections in the severed department. And the one they're in is in macro data and processing, right?
Something like that,
Something like that. And what they do, now get this, okay? This is, again, gateway. Think of gateway. Okay. What they have to do is sit there and look at this square of a series of numbers that just kind of, every now and then highlight in these, kind of waves and numbers. And
Kind
they're
of looks like a
so
crossword puzzle of
right.
numbers.
And so they have to look at it and assess it and feel if the number is scary.
Yeah, it's scary. See, this is what took me a minute, folks. We're not going, I don't want to give too many spoiler alerts because I think this show may be important because I feel like there's something important here, or at least something we can postulate about it, maybe I should say. But you got to take this show because when Shannon had me to go back and watch it, I'm like, uh, it it looks very bland. Like the first time you watch it, it looks like an extremely bland television show, kind of like Charlie Brown's Teacher, blah 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 blah. But it's not. It's trying to show you the diversity of life for the innie and for the outie. And the trick is, you can't quit your job. Because even if the innie wants to quit, it won't take that memory outside to the outie. If the outie wants to quit when it goes up the elevator, it doesn't have that memory. It's wild. These alter personalities are so different that the innie that works at this company is almost robotic, and there's conditioning and control.
See, here we go. You brought up the conditioning part that I really wanted to get into. Now, as we mentioned earlier, they tell you to be severed is so it's for security purposes because of whatever it is you're doing is so top secret, which all of these departments are beyond bizarre, okay? Still don't quite understand what they even do and what the purpose is because this is a pharmaceutical company. So, what no, dang it, I'm losing my train of thought today. Conditioning. So what's weird is it's like all of these things that they have you do. It's like the employees read off from these manuals, and you have to do these exercises, and there's points, and you don't even know. It's like you go into a wellness check, and you have to listen to what your Audi, like little bits of what they will allow you to know about your Audi,
and that's a reward.
And that's a reward, but you can't actually respond to anything differently because it'll knock off points. Like, points for what? So it's just and then you get in trouble and you have to go into the break room. And the break room, it's like this mysterious thing, like what happens in the break room. But you realize it's a break room, right? You get it, break.
They're breaking your spirit.
But then they'll like come in with all these incentives, like little finger traps and waffle
erasers, and they're not allowed to have pencils.
And all this stuff, right? Like little 5-minute dance parties.
And you get to shake and if you're really, really good at your job, in that 5 minutes, they'll let you shake a little maraca. And they'll cut on these flashy lights that almost give you epileptic seizures. It's crazy, y'all. It's hard to explain it until you watch it. Yeah, and they're taking pictures of everything. And it's so, just... okay, there's a lot in here that triggers you. Hang on. Let me see if I can... It's hard to explain this, y'all. If you've ever been down the Mall World Dream or the Backrooms, this very, very sterile-looking white hallway... seems to almost go forever, and then it'll go to the left, and you go and go and go, and you turn to the right, and you go like it never ends. And the lights come on in progression and cut off as you walk. I promise you, when you see it, if you've ever the Backrooms or Mall World means something to you, this show will.
Like I said, it is a non-stop trigger, but it's an important one. I mean, again, I always say to plead the blood of Jesus before ever consuming any of this content. It's very important. But for all of us who have been really trying to understand what has been done to us in these programs and how not to be triggered, how to be able to integrate all of those alters within us so we cannot be manipulated in that way. So we bypass that frequency in through Jesus Christ and his frequency. These things are important. I'm always trying to bring up how important it is to see the subconscious in your conscious so it cannot be accessed without your permission or knowledge. And this show is showing you how they have gone to great lengths to sever certain parts of you, sever and compartmentalize so you cannot access it in your everyday life.
That's one of the hallways. And it goes and goes and goes, and it's just they've got everybody in there so compartmentalized and so conditioned with this any personality. The any personality doesn't really know anything about the outside world. It doesn't know anything about a poet like Robert Frost or anything like that. It's an intellectual. It just really has no personality and no knowledge of, I don't know how to explain it. It's robotic.
Well, and they go at great lengths to keep it so sterile. There's no way to get outside things within it. And at one point, there is um, a part where an item is somehow brought back. I'm not going to say how because it's kind of important for you to see that. But it ends up in this space and they all end up seeing it and getting access to it and start reading it, and it helps to start liberate their mind from the constant enslavement that they have been conditioned into to believing that, because it's all they know. They literally leave work and then a second later they're awake back in the office. That's their whole life.
Yeah, the any has no concept of the outside world. It literally, like elevator door open to door closed, that's all it ever remembers. It doesn't remember sleeping or eating. Oh, did you notice that when they're at work, if they're good, they get 2 tokens for 2 pieces of food out of the vending
Yes.
machine that is generic. It just says Lulimon or
Yes.
Lumon, whatever it is, and they can get a glass of water. Like that's it. They don't go out to lunch. This is what we're saying. They're basically locked in a building decoding these numbers all day. And all of a sudden it's like they hired this new girl and she's a little divergent and she's not putting up with this stuff and we're going to ask questions and next thing you know she's poking the bear and then they sneaking off and they get in all kinds of trouble. And they find goats. I'm telling you, it's a wild show.
Well, and here's another thing too, right? How I mentioned there are other departments in the Severance region, but they are so compartmentalized that they are told, each one of these departments are told all these horrible things about the other departments, that they're like wild and crazy, did some kind of coup, that was
They're
so,
insect
yeah,
people with larvae.
yeah, I mean, just lie after lie to keep them separated and
Imagine that.
right?
To tell them that red and blue are different.
So this way they don't ask questions because they're supposed to stay in their little compartment and just do their little job. But the more and more you start connecting things, the more and more they start connecting things and have questions, right? And wonder what the heck they're doing. Because every one of these departments, okay, again, we're talking about a pharmaceutical company. And yet you got a department where you got to sit there and look at numbers to see if one scares you. To put in a little containment thing.
See, to begin with, when I started watching this show and like the actual work they were doing and how they behaved, I thought it was some type of psychological experiment that they had signed
That's
up for.
saying this is, and again, we haven't had this confirmation yet and where we're at in the show, but this is what it seems to be alluding to. Like this whole entire thing is just some kind of experiment on
See,
what.
that's what I think. I think that this is, and we're way ahead. There's like, I'm only on season one something, episodes like 5 or 6, but there's 2 seasons. I think that the innies are the experiment of the brain chip,
Yes,
like Severance. I think they're something's going Matrix type. Yeah,
exactly.
it's
And
interesting. It's not fast paced. Ain't no shooting guns and racing cars. I mean, it's a thriller. There's not a lot of language in it. I
and that
haven't really seen any graphic adult stuff in it yet. Yet, I say yet. I don't know.
it's just so bizarre the way they handle it. Like they are children, right?
Yeah,
And I mean, the thing that the thing that is so important to understand is that they are showing us this so much more, and it's like they are really triggering us because I know this black awakening, Rust Star's black awakening. I shouldn't say Rust Star, but he's the one who's been the most out and open and expressing what it means and what it is. I really feel like they are prepping so many of us, and this is why it's so important for us in the Jesus Christ Holy Spirit community to talk about this and to bring truth to those who are going to be triggered right into the program they were programmed into. And it's happening. You literally can see it all over the place. I mean, it's like every time I hear more and more testimonies from people who are remembering their programs, they are spouting off the program put in there because they're any their real self, the real truth of the experience is trapped in there and doesn't know anything on the outside, doesn't even know how or how even to reach you until you integrate all that and put it together. I don't know. I kind of, sorry, I went on a rant.
sorry, I forget my keyboard does all that clicking. I need to mute when I'm typing
It's
to
okay.
the crowd.
I want to take one quick second. This is because, lately I've been super emotional and very vulnerable about a lot of things of my childhood and my past and experiences and, you know, in these programs. And I was given some photos from, childhood from my mom about a week ago. And I just kind of was looking through them today. And it just, I'll just show you. Okay. So, right about this age, I'm about 3. This is when I started going to preschool. This is when the program started. And you can see the light and joy and happiness in my expression. And then you get to a year later. And you can see how closed off and shy and just afraid to even show my smile. This is a year later. So I just kind of needed to show a visual, like it's there. You can see it in our children and us as we grow, and it's in the pictures. Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to do that again.
You
Darn it.
girl,
Darn it.
so you good. You good. I was puff puff passing over here. And then all of a sudden the phone started bzzz, and I'm scared to hit it because it's a video and, might not be safe for work. We'll just say that. I don't know who it's from. Because, yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
It's been an unusual, I'd say about a week for Shannon and I think a lot of y'all are feeling it. And this show's kind of hitting home with like some of the things that like, and I've talked to Diana today. Diana and I talked for a good bit today and yesterday, back and forth. But weird dreams. Is anybody else out there having extremely weird dreams, or are you visiting Mall World? Because see, this show just triggers us with, and we're going. I don't. We don't want to talk about the show too much because we want you guys to go watch it. And we might go through it some more because there's different things that are coming up as we go. So if you guys want to do this like a book club, it's on Apple TV. It's called Severance. Um, it's a very unique show, but we won't give too much of it away. But it has an extreme similarity to Backrooms and Mall World and how they're conditioning this alter personality that is called an innie who has no idea about the outside world or real life or like this dude's in there at work all day for 8 hours. I guess 8 hours. He's got family on the outside. He's got a sister that's pregnant and has just given birth to a baby. Like, you know what I mean? They don't have any percent. They know that they have an outside personality, but they don't know anything about them other than they share a name. Same body, same whatever, but the brain is completely flipped. Yes, Diane, the dreams have been bizarre. Mine has been about something called a Braxis. I haven't quite figured out this dream yet, but it keeps repeating, and it was predominant enough that when my feet hit the floor this morning, I recorded an audio to Shannon that says, "Hey, this is what happened. I've dreamed this 3 times in a row. I'm going to give you the details in case I go back to sleep. When I wake up, I don't remember it." So I sent it to Shannon. She was awake. She says, "We'll talk about it in the morning." Well, when she gets up and we go to talk about it, I was going to go back on my side and listen to my audio recording. It's gone. We screenshotted each other. She has it.
I have
It's
it.
not in my text chain anymore. It's crazy.
I was like, should I play it?
No. I haven't heard it, and I don't know what kind of bumbling idiot I sounded like before daylight this morning with this crazy dream. It was wild, Joe. I had this dream. I've had it 3 times now. And there is this, um, I don't want to say it's an entity, but I don't know. I see this like the United States from a 50,000 foot view. And this thing that I see, it's almost kind of like wispy. You can kind of see through it, but not all the way. But you can tell it forms something, something, somebody, and they're like looking. But this map of the United States, which is actually the physical deal, but it looks like a map to me. You can see that funky pattern where that eclipse hit. And I'd had it 3 times, same dream, and it was like I was a third party observer at the same height that whatever this thing is. First 2 times, same. Third time, all of a sudden in the third time, it turned its head and called my name. And I woke up and it freaked me out. Like, I picked up my phone and I'm like, "Shannon, I know you're asleep." I didn't want to forget it. But yeah, stuff like that and very, very emotional, especially over things that would not normally send someone, to that extreme. Like a TV show that came out 10 years ago and I've seen 13 times. The last episode comes on, and I mean, it messed me up for hours. It's not like I didn't know what the ending was. I couldn't even understand in my own mind, knowing that I knew, but I couldn't get the emotional overload to woe up, if that makes sense. It just, a sad song come on the radio and I was just all to pieces. Like, I'm not a crybaby. I'm not a crier. And I felt like a blubbering idiot, and then the water went out, and it was rough.
I'm a crier, and I still feel like I'm a blubbering idiot right now, so it's okay.
It was just like, it was on emotional overload. And then I woke up this morning after the crazy dream and I'm like, oh, I feel so good. I feel, like, whew, I was good to go. We was watching this show and I got 3 or 4 episodes in and there's a scene and you'll see when you first see the baby goat in the hall, if you watch the show, and I'm not going to tell you no more, at that moment, something triggered and I started having heart palpitations and a migraine kicked in and I cut the TV off. It was there was a physical reaction that was invoked from that. I don't know why. So I took a minute and I went outside and I puff passed and I chilled and I come back in and I started again. And I hadn't been watching it. I watched another episode and I'm still feeling they've kind of started. It's not a palpitation, it's a flutter. Feels like it's out of rhythm or something. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, because they have to be playing the hemi sync throughout this whole thing, at least during the office scenes, you know. And it's one of the characters, the boss. What this is kind of also important to bring up. These people are being watched with their Audis too, like all the way around. They are spied on 24/7. And his boss, the any boss, she's the neighbor of him next door. And he lives in a neighborhood with several houses. Somehow she's the only neighbor he has. There's no one else in these houses.
The development never filled up.
Yeah, just surprisingly, right? And he got such a great deal on it. And what it's important to understand is the reason why these particular people choose severance may vary, but a lot of the times it has to do with cutting off
He
memory.
lost his wife.
He lost his wife. He couldn't handle trying to work and function
Yeah, he was a
during his grief.
professor or something, wasn't he? And he just
History
couldn't do it anymore, so he decided
professor.
severance, it'd be like, 8 hours a day, I don't have to think about losing my wife. Because he
Exactly.
doesn't, in the show, he doesn't look bad. He's maybe in his mid to late 30s, early 40s at best. You know what I mean? And he's lost his wife, and life got too lifey for him. So he elected to go into this program. He elected to go into it. And when they go in, the first time they come in, it's like startling, it's shocking because they didn't know what the experience was going to be. So they have a pre recorded video of their Audi telling them, hey, we signed up for this program, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, there's a lot to it. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's just handlers. It literally hits on the nail on everything, like every little thing, all in succession. And guess who is executive director of this show? Ben Stiller. And we know Ben Stiller's father's been in Hollywood for a long time. Ben Stiller's been doing things for a long time, since the 90s. And
And he's made some really crappy movies and made some really big money off of it.
exactly, just like Adam Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
Sold to Netflix. But we won't go there. Anyways, it's fascinating that he is part of directing this, because he knows. It's like these kids who grew up in this stuff, they know. They're all part of it. He knows. And so this information, aside, yes, he didn't write it, but he knows how to make it feel for you. He knows how to trigger you in his direction. And that said a lot to me.
Yeah, and I'll lead everybody in as to the first thing that came to my mind when I saw the goat. Now, why this has always had this association for me I don't know. But when I see a baby goat, I think of Fort Bragg. When I think of Fort Bragg, I think of the whistleblower that come out about men who stare at goats. That movie's not just a movie. That was an actual program they had at Fort Bragg.
A true story.
Yeah. But why, when I see a baby goat, it triggers a Fort Bragg memory to me? And if I think about Fort Bragg too much, I like have this moment, and I don't like having those moments.
I wanted
Integration.
I wanted to read something to you real quick.
Go ahead.
In my hometown, which is a rich place called Twin Peaks, creepy. But anyway, Abraxas is the school where they send the troubled kids, and it's always freaked me out driving by it. That's from Rye.
Mm.
I just thought I'd tell you before I forgot.
Well, see, we looked up Abraxas because this creature that was calling my name in my dream, I don't understand why that I know that its name is Abraxas. And when I woke up, I could visually see it written, like it was written on something. It was strange. It's Abraxsis is the way you spell the Abraxas. So I went looking up Abraxas and found some stuff in mythology, and then there was like, there's a Diana said there's a Santana album named that, and there's a pharmaceutical company. A few things I don't know. It was just wild, y'all. And like all of a sudden, I'm getting lots of what feels like to me giblets of things that I've dreamed before and I didn't remember. And I'm trying to figure out how to separate some of it because it seems all jumbled up. Like, I don't get why I'm understanding this or
So,
remembering it, maybe.
so you were saying though that Fort Bragg, right, which is where this whole men who stare at goats thing took place. you're you're saying too, right, that, and this is right where you're at. I know that Daniel went there, he was stationed
Basic.
there. You had encountered at least one time at Fort Bragg when you were a child, and that goat scene really hit you hard, right?
Yeah,
So
that's what
I'm
caused the heart
curious.
palpitations.
I am curious as to how much that program extended to maybe children also, and more into that as well.
I don't know. That goat definitely bothers me. I feel so bad for the goat. I
Hmm.
don't I have this um like pain for the goat. I don't think the goat story ends well, if that makes sense. That's like how it plays
No,
out in my brain. I
when
just don't.
you go into, okay, I'm sorry, I have to say this, okay, I'm not trying to spoil it, but you do find where these are where there are more goats, all of these baby kid goats,
Mhm.
and there's a man feeding it one at the bottle, literally freaking out, like they're not ready yet, you need to go, they're not ready, you cannot take them, and he's like freaking out and literally having like an emotional breakdown, telling him to go, you cannot take my babies right now. Like it was that I lost it at that point.
So the goats triggered you too.
Oh yeah, that part especially. I about
And
lost it.
see, I can't even believe I'm using the word trigger. I feel horrible for even using that word. But it there's something
Hey,
in some of this stuff.
there's no other way to explain it. It's
It
literally
didn't trigger me, like, it didn't cause my, some part of my personality. It's like it awakens some kind of memory, or it evokes this physical feeling, not just an emotion. It is a physical feeling, something in your body, like, that gut instinct. Your gut instinct goes haywire when you see this. So if you think about the fact that all of us kids went to gate for all of these years, go out there on TikTok. If you're new to the show, we talk about this a lot. But if you go to TikTok or YouTube or anywhere right now that you've got access to, and you search gate kids or tag kids or gifted and talented, pelican, whatever they called it, and see how many of them actually remember going to the class more than a day or two. And most of us went many years. So if you think about this movie Severance, that when you walk in the door, your innie doesn't know anything about your outie. And we know that when we walked in the door gate, they give us the pink stuff to swish in our mouth and go sit down and put your headphones on. We don't remember anything else until we come back to school the next day. My innie didn't know anything about my outie. And when the two started trying to integrate, I got kicked out the program.
And think about, right? This is something that gets me every time with all the incentives. It's like
Mm-hmm.
being in school like a kid again. Like, oh, the waffle party. Oh, your little finger traps. Oh, you keep doing your good job. Or when you actually make your quota, you get a little fancy presentation on your computer screen telling you how awesome you are by some,
Oregon Trail.
generated, leader of the cult slash pharmacy.
Right. Like the rewards they give these grown ass adults that are basically locked in this sterile room doing word scrabble all day. Like their reward for a job well done is they give them one of those little rectangle pencil erasers, but they're not allowed to have pencils or pens. They don't write. They just click this ball, kind of like a trackball, for this word scrabble, looking for numbers that are scary. It's
That are scary.
scary, scary numbers.
You have to feel it. This is what I'm saying. This is straight up gate MK. Like how many of these random things that we had been given, these activities where you have to feel something when you look at it, or tell
Put
us
it in
what
the
the
envelope and
color
see if we
is
could
for this
feel what it
word,
was. Yeah.
or put together this abstract puzzle. It's like, oh my gosh, and then you get your little gold star, or your little or your little trinket, or the day you get to have a show and tell. That's another one where they're allowing you to bring in some of your outie world
Yeah.
into your innie world to keep you going
As
and
a treat.
incentivized to keep on plugging away for them.
Mouse in a
All in
maze.
this. It's all in it.
And this is the thing. This is the thing. And I think this is what scares me when I think about this any outie in the gate program. When you see this show, guys, the people that are innies, that when they're at work, they don't remember their outside life. These innies, they could be in there torturing kittens. Their outie wouldn't know anything about it. The innie is so ignorant of the world that it will do whatever it's told for a gold star. So it could be in there torturing kittens and it wouldn't know that it was immoral or wrong or sinful or anything else. It'll jump up and down basically if you tell it to, that it's in the manual. What these people don't understand is these people put a safety switch in this chip in their brain, and when they go home at night, if they need to talk to them, they can flip a switch and flip their altar on and off, no matter where they're at.
Again, complete and utter control without your ability to access it yourself.
Free will.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that. They're trying to take away free will.
This is what compartmentalization does. This is how they're able to put in altars, which altars is just another term for demonic entities.
Absolutely.
So this is this is something that is relative to a lot of these like NPC characters that we see, because there are those in the industry that are born with a soul and they get put in these things. They're their soul, their being gets put in another cage while these demons get to utilize their flesh. There are those. And then there are the ones that they just are demons and they keep trading out bodies. I mean, there are variations of these things. But the fact that they know they can take your consciousness and put it aside and trap it in something else. It's called soul transference. They have rituals for this for forever. The grimoires talk about this. There's these kinds of things. But now when we're coming into the technocracy that we're coming into, and these Starlink things and the data centers, where how do you think they are going to trap your essence and put you in this metaverse, in this backrooms hellhole? Excuse my language. That's what it is.
With RF frequencies,
So it's like
Wi-Fi signals.
it's so important to integrate your brain. This is what belongs to Jesus. This is our Father in heavens. Our brain, our mind belongs to him and him alone. And they keep trying to take that. So it's time to integrate yourself back in, become whole in the Holy Spirit, become whole through Jesus Christ. So you can see, and you know that they cannot infiltrate and just reach into that subconscious and that program that they've pulled out by any means, by any frequency, by any subliminal nonsense, by any hemisync noise. You want to make sure that your brain is fully back to God. And that's a process. It's a healing process. And Jesus is with you 100% of the step of the way.
Amen.
So many of us kids, guys, they're going to wake up to the program, right back into that back room space, right back into that office.
And my sister is, I won't say that she's asleep. She's somewhat awake, but she won't talk about it. Like anything conspiratorial, she's out. She's out. Her husband, they've been together 17 years. He was awake from the beginning because he was a farmer. For some reason, farmers are wide awake. Always have been. And maybe it's because they saw the corruption in the food supply. But we were in Gate together, and Shannon and I have talked about it. We are not biological sisters. We have been best friends since we were preschool. And I say next door neighbors. Now, I lived out in the country. You could ride a bicycle to her house, but it took a minute. You know what I mean? It weren't like you was walking next door and knocking. No, we talking, it's 3/4 of a mile to her house. We could flip our bedroom lights at night if it was dark and see the blinky, way across the field. But um, she was in all those classes with me. And even though she won't talk about any of this, what I've got out of her is she essentially remembers the same exact 2 days that I remember. And those were because we had outside activities. They were teaching us something other about survival skills. And we took a coffee can, a pair of tin snips. We got a coffee can, some tin snips, an egg, and a piece of bacon. And we had to go outside and figure out how to cook it. Like we had to make a camp stove and cut twigs. And we remember that day. But the only 2 days we remember are the ones that we were physically outside of that classroom. The only reason we remember the other one is because there was some kind of alarm or something other, and we had to go outside and get in the line. So they let us play on the equipment. That was it. Like 4 years. I remember 2 days. There's a problem there. They blinky lighted me. And I think these giblets of something that I'm seeing in succession, like a slideshow. It's like bam, 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 bam. I'm seeing giblets. but they don't go in the same puzzle piece.
Right.
It's like somebody's put them in the bingo thing and just started spinning the bingo balls. My brain feels like the cage the bingo balls are in lately with dreams and seeing whatever.
Well, like back in 2013, when I had the 3 weeks of visions and everything, didn't know up from down for like the longest time. It was really hard. It took me, what now, 13 years plus. I'm still on this journey of trying to piece all of it together. And I have now come to the understanding through all of this because of Jesus Christ showing me and helping me through this journey of healing and trying to understand everything that came out. But these are the things that I experienced, whether it was through the looking glass project, whatever programs I was put in and whatever experiences I was in, it was all so jumbled, and certain things would trigger stuff and then it would trigger something else and it all play out at once, but I was taking it all in. It was so much information and so much all at once. It was
It's like
at
a
first
dam breaking.
no way to even fathom that any of that could have been freaking real,
See,
let
that's kind
alone
of
like my life
see
or
that
I
makes sense when
saw.
I say that out loud. Like all these giblets of what like giblet gibberish is kind of what it seems to me sometimes. It makes sense like it's been behind this wall or this dam, and all of these things we're watching and researching is kind of like cracking the wall on the dam, and now the flood's coming. Oh,
And because we have Jesus Christ, we can look at these things and help to heal and integrate ourselves and understand what's happening. But those who do not have Jesus in their heart, this is what is dangerous, because that's exactly what they're expecting. And those people are going to be the ones that are going to wake up back in that office space, right back in their programming, doing exactly what they've been programmed to do.
feed the matrix.
And all of these things coming out, all of these events, everything, you notice how it just continues to escalate to like an avalanche, to where it gets bigger and bigger, more and more trauma gets added on every single day in the world stage. It's so much, it becomes so overwhelming. And what's the word I'm looking for? You're autistic. It's just too much. It's overwhelming,
Overload.
overstimulating. It's there's too much, and it's fracturing brains, and it's triggering programs to come out. And so I say a lot, keep an eye on your surroundings, but more than anything, pray for protection. Pray that when you go out, that not only are you protected by Jesus's bubble, but that your sword, your word of the Most High is ready for battle, and to rebuke things, and to start getting some deliverance out there. Maybe start jarring some of those demons out of these people, so they can see the truth for what it is, so the veil can finally be lifted over their eyes. That's all I can say. I'm sorry I went on a dang soapbox again.
We're good at
We
soapboxes.
are. I need a
We're good at
soapbox
soapboxes.
sign back here.
We're not soapboxing, folks. We're so short. We need a soapbox to stand on so the people in the back can see us. That's for sure.
It's kind of true.
We are height challenged. We are vertically challenged.
Yeah.
Vertically challenged. That's what we're going to call it. And from now on, everybody in the crowd, all of us Gen Xers, that OLD word, old, we will no longer be using that. because of when you speak, your mind believes everything you say. Your mind believes what you speak and it will act upon it. So if you say that out of your mouth, you're not helping your body. So from now on, we just gonna say we seasoned. Seasoned. Gen X is seasoned. We are the seasoned adults.
And
Kind of like
you know,
seasoned crackers, seasoned croutons.
and as bridge folk, Xenials, gosh, I hate the fact that I have to be
Y'all
in
just
a
salty.
subsection.
Y'all
It's
just
stupid.
salty.
It's stupid to feel like you're in this little subsection. It's like, wait, okay, you got all this cool like length of time for all these generations, and then you just get this tiny little blip where they're like, you're not really that guy. You're not exactly that guy either, but you're like a good in between. Oh, okay. Okay.
We're just here. We're not really trying to cause a ruckus.
Although I'm curious as to if anyone has seen any of these things about the 144,000 frequency in this certain time period, like from this like mid 70s to mid 80s. There's this time period where people who were born in that time period have the frequency of 144,000 and whatever numerical stuff it is, which I'm not really good at all that. So I always take it with a grain of salt, but I did find it to be interesting and fascinating. But I don't know how to take that. And I'm curious if anyone else has seen those.
No, that'd be something I'd have to look into.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep my nose out of the RH negative rabbit hole again today because me and Diana was talking, and she was like she didn't know what her blood type was, and I don't know if anybody knows it. If you don't know what your blood type is and you would like to know it, you can go to Amazon and you can order a test kit. It's like 10, $15. It's simple as pricking your finger. What it comes is it's a cardboard card and it has four, like you see the ink marks. It's four circles about the size of a quarter. And each one of those, it's like kind of like the glue on the back of a postage stamp is on the circle. It's got some chemical in it that tells you what blood is. And you just take and, you put a drop of blood on each dot. You prick your finger like a sugar tester. And then there's a little slide you lay over it and you give it a few minutes and it'll coagulate in different particular ways. And you look at it. It tells you what your blood type is. I'm not going to say that it's as accurate as a lab, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, it'll give you the basic run of the mill. But if you are like, say, a golden blood or someone cool like that,
And RH
yeah,
null.
yeah, you might have a hard time. It may not be
Yeah, it won't work on that. It'll work on positive, negative, O, A, B, A, B. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and apparently the only way to get a lab test is if you are a rich person. And
And Diana doesn't like blood. So Diana has informed me the only way she's ever going to know is if somebody sneaks up on her and pokes her finger. And she says she may pass out. So just tell her when she wakes up what her blood type is.
I don't really want to be socked in the face, so I'm good. I'll leave you be on that one, girl.
Diana may never know. She don't want anything to do with blood or needles or anything. I told her, I said, Diana, I said, I went to an autopsy one time. She said, ooh, no. She said, I'd have passed out. I had the opportunity to go to one. I went. It was interesting, but I'm a nerd anyway.
Well,
I wanted to help. They said I couldn't touch it. I just could observe.
See, I grew up with a mother who wanted to be a nurse and in the medical industry, but just couldn't deal with it. So she became a hairdresser. But she worked with plastic surgeons, to help with the makeup and stuff while they're healing and things along those lines and skincare.
The camouflage.
Yeah. And she used to literally come home with video after video and not just plastic surgery, just surgeries. And she's like, look, and she'd sit there and watch it. And I'm like,
oh, girl. I actually somewhere, I don't know. I've moved so much now since I got divorced. I don't know. I've moved 14 times, guys. Like in the past 10 years. Every single house I went to live in had mold in it. I think the mold must come with me. I don't know, but anyway, it I had pictures of when I got in that bad car wreck when I was in high school. My plastic surgeon, who was I think the most absolute best plastic surgeon in Murder Beach, and he may be retired now, was Stephen White. He is amazing. He took pictures of the whole process of like how they basically, because me, they cut ear to ear all the way across the top of my head and literally peeled my face off.
See, yeah, that was what I was gonna say. You don't know how disturbing things
Oh
are.
yeah, I
You're
look
like
like
6 years old, having okay, I was probably like 7 or 8, but still having to sit there and watch a person who is alive. Sure, they're knocked out, but they're scared. I'm like,
yeah, they literally peeled my face off down like level with like the end of your nostrils, like all the way below my cheekbones, and then kind of like the Joker smile up to my ears. Because okay, my whole right orbital eye socket was crushed. They went in and took a piece out of the top of my skull and recreated my right orbital socket. And there's all these teeny tiny little metal plates in there and screws. Well, my nose was broken in two places, so I have two plates to hold it in position. And then the lobotomy I had given myself with this fracture, there's little teeny metal plates that go all the way around, like Frankenstein, to hold my skull cap back on till it grew back together. Yeah.
oh, that's intense.
Well, I had this conversation before I went in for surgery with that doctor. I said, listen here, if I'm going to have to go in there and do all of this. Now, while they're doing this, both of my joints and my jaw are broken. My mouth is wired shut. And then they go in to do that. But I said, listen here. I said, I want the works while you in there. I mean, you going to work on this? Let's work on this. He's like, what you mean? I said, I don't want a wrinkle ever. I had him to jack my eyebrows up when I come out of there and I got healed. I looked like I had this permanent eyebrow raise going on for a long time.
I
But I
mean,
tell you what, I was probably in my 40s before I ever saw my first forehead wrinkle. That man done a fantastic job. I was 16.
nice.
His facelift held up for a long time until the skin just started like, no, we can't do this no more. You're 50. It held good for a long time.
Yeah, I just, you know, we were also into watching like pimple popping and stuff like that. I know it's super gross, but we're in cosmetology, which also includes esthetician work, and that stuff is fascinating to us. Kind of fun. Some people like it, some people don't, but the surgery stuff I could have dealt without. It was a little traumatizing. It's probably, I mean, aside from many other aspects of my childhood, that was just one more on top of the trauma train.
Yeah, that train has been a long train.
The
All
trauma.
right, everybody. Diana, Truth Co-op Diana. This is her page. Diana tends to always be surrounded by orbs, UAPs, whatever you want to call them, whatever your preference is, because evidently we have to be real preferential anymore. But you won't be able to hear it because we're in separate tabs. Hang on. See, I don't know why it does this when I try to play a video. Let's see if I can. Let me just back up. There he goes. Yeah, he's going due south, this one.
A moment ago, I had one going in the opposite direction. Almost exactly. Oh, whoa. He looks like he's going west now. Yeah.
Did you just see that thing change
It
shape?
is about 10:30 p.m. They have two other videos that happened between, say, 9:45 and now. They seem to be constant. Yeah, he's going west now. Yep. He, she, it.
You see it though?
Uh-huh.
The way
Southwest.
this thing is just look how perfect that
Whew.
that is like a perfect triangle.
Man, who knows what
Even
else
though
is
it's
happening while I'm
rotational.
focusing on this guy.
It's gone vertical and horizontal, but it has stayed
This one.
completely in alignment.
Hmm.
All right.
That's wild, Diana.
From Asheville, North Carolina, it's Truth Co-op.
I think she said she had two more. What's it last night? She's up in the mountains. Let's see. 23 hours ago. This must be one of them.
Here we go. Here's another one. Now, this one is coming from the due south. It's going north. I am facing south. In my front yard, I'm looking straight up. Straight out of Compton, y'all. Look.
Straight out of
Straight out of
Compton.
Compton.
Here's
Yeah.
another one. It's
Listen to
June
you over there,
24th,
girl.
2026. This is my second video so far.
I'm sorry, guys.
But
We
this
got
is
quiet.
my
We're interested in watching this
fifth or
because I
sixth
wanted to
sighting.
save them till we got on air. Look at the symmetry. Can y'all see the symmetry in those lines?
Mm-hmm.
That is perfect geometry. I mean, that's wow.
It's now going northeast. Wow.
Yeah, wow. See, Diana, this is why I didn't watch them earlier. I wanted to wait till puff past time.
Behind the trees.
Y'all need to go over to Diana's channel and check her out. Like her page. She posts this all the time.
Here, I'm just
She
walking
sees
across
this
the
stuff
street so I can
constantly. She had a bear
finish
run through the yard the other day.
capturing this guy. Yeah, just what
What?
is that? I don't know.
What state is this?
North
But I
Carolina.
see them a lot.
She's only a few hours north of me.
I'm just trying
Kind
to
of
share.
northwestish, but
That's it. It's a cooperative of sharing.
look at that.
That's it. So thank you for watching. If you're watching, you must be like-minded.
You know it, girl.
We are like minded.
From Asheville, North Carolina, this is Truth Co-op. Diana, signing out. Second video tonight.
Cat, yo. Cat.
She rocks. Diana rocks. Oh.
That's right.
Those are awesome, Diana. That was some good photography there. I know you got a third one.
No, wait, you gotta say Diana's metal. She works at copper. So you're metal, girl.
That's right. Thank you for your contribution. Everybody go over to Diana's page at Truth Co-op Diana. And she's got some very interesting footage on there. She's a sky watcher. She's got a good sky view over there from where she's at. Oh, I know, girl. But I had to kick a kid off an Xbox to get that one to play. We're not fighting that 10-year-old.
No.
We're not. We're not fighting a 10-year-old. He's ready for it back. I had to let him have it back. I paused him. He didn't even know I kicked him out of his game. He probably just had to reboot. He might have been in the middle of a war. I don't know. But I reached over there and hit the pause button right quick. And we played your videos and I unpaused him. So, try not to be cruel, but there's too many devices around here.
I am a magnet.
You're stealing. I'm a magnet. Stick on, baby. Let's roll. I'm going to Mad Max it.
And I'm the energy in between.
She's the one. She's like the lady on the Titanic with her arms out singing.
Yeah, 100%.
In Mad Max, the newer one, how they have him like strapped to the front of the thing, as like a prisoner. We'll just have a platform so Shannon looks like, she's on the front of the Titanic. Because y'all don't understand, like Shannon, everywhere she goes, she's singing and dancing and bopping. And she's like the happiest little Oompa Loompa you've ever seen. Now, she and I are the same height, so I'm calling myself an Oompa Loompa. Don't doubt it, because like you come up to somebody just like 6'1", 6'3", and you feel. See, I have seen people to take their, and I know we're here we go. We're on the comedy section. Squirrel. There is this girl on TikTok, and her husband is 6'4". And she's only like 5'1", and she's a little teeny thing. You know what I mean? She could hula hoop in a Cheerio. But she took her phone where the camera was and put it at his height. And then she got, she stood in front of the camera like she was looking him in the eye because she knew where his eye would be due to the camera. Then she went back and watched the video. Y'all, she looked like a 4-year-old asking for a Capri Sun to that man.
Oh my God.
Like what he sees of her looks like a child asking for a snack. Like she couldn't jump up and hit him in the face. You know what I mean? It's just hilarious. She trips me out. And she does her little hands and she's like, when I tell him I'm going to bust him up, is this what he sees? And then you see his vantage point of it. And she looks like she's going to kick him in the kneecap at best. I mean, it's hilarious. She was my comic relief today.
That's like when my mom married Charlie. She's 5'2", and he was 6'4". So it was very cute.
she's just his little chicken nugget, ain't she?
Yep. You can see them look into each other's eyes, and she's like this.
It's been a minute. I have recently had the pleasure of remembering what 6'1" is. It's looking up. I'm looking up.
My husband is almost 6 foot, and that's perfect for me. It's like I don't have to go too far. I'm like only like 6 inches. We're good. I can still see his eyeballs. I just roll them a little, but I don't have to straighten my neck. Hey,
ain't working unless you talk.
There's somebody for everybody.
Yeah. I don't know. Life's been different lately, everybody. So, Cash, I don't know if you're out there listening. I know you usually are. I have not seen you check in the comments, sir. We would like to know you're okay. We haven't seen or heard from you. And Mr. Super Sidewinder, I don't think I've seen you in the crowd lately. And I know you guys sometimes sit out there and you don't really get involved in chat, but we still like to know that you're out there. And I haven't been watching comments, Biggie, because I was doing something. I was doing 3 things. Hang on. I'm going back to the comments because I'm like way behind.
Well, I just want to say a big thank you and show my love and appreciation to every single one of you who not only come on to all these lives and interact with us, but support us by thumbing up and all that silliness or promoting it, even though I know it's like no one really wants to have to be that guy, but you guys are that guy, and we totally appreciate you. I know I said that like a valley girl. I kind of can't help it, but
Like,
like, oh my god. But no, I really, I love each and every one of you. And some of you guys we've gotten to be really close with, and some of you guys we haven't been as close, but I feel like we're family, and we all may not agree, we all may be in different journeys on our walk with Jesus, but you're here, and that's one step ahead. Just being in fellowship with other people who love Jesus and who love each other and want to do good in this world for the kingdom of heaven. And I just don't know if we tell you how much we appreciate you enough, but I just really wanted to tell you that, because we wouldn't we'd be talking into thin air if it wasn't for you guys,
we
and
love our regulars.
our researchers and everybody who's put in work and help us with this message to everyone. We love you so very much, and you mean a lot to the body of Christ. And I just want us all to start loving each other and being of support. And even when we may not agree, or we have to say, hey, brother or sister, like, what's going on? Just know that everything's out of love. It's because love is the most high. That is the most high. That is the most powerful force there is. And if in order for us to really share that, you guys are giving it back. And God, I'm not saying this right. I feel like I'm mumbling my words, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. And I appreciate
Let me put this in Southern for you.
it.
Y'all are people, and we appreciate you being here on the porch with us. We a bunch of feral Christians, which, it is what it is. Roll one up, come sit in our circle, and let's have a conversation. We appreciate that each and every single one of you occupy your beanbag with us on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and occasionally when we get a little smoked on the weekend. We love you guys. Like Diana, I think was it yesterday, Diana? I first talked to you today, this afternoon, or this morning. I don't know. Anyway, it's just, I don't know. Brings a smile to my face. That here you guys are out there, and just all of a sudden you think of us and you reach out to us and you say something, and it makes our day.
Yeah.
It does. It's what do you call it? Imposter syndrome sometimes when you get, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's strange, guys. Cuz like, I don't know. I'm loud. Most time people don't like me. There's like 16 people in the room right now and they're all still listening because they say I'm a B word. You know, everywhere I go, like I cussed somebody out at the store 2 days ago for being an intolerable dude in there talking about his private parts at the top of his voice in a public store where women and children can be in there. And yes, I know I'm a woman, but I'm not your average woman. And when he proceeded to stand back there and tell his friend his dirty joke, I kind of looked at the cashier and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry." I said, "Never mind, I got this." I walked right back there to the back of the store and I told him, I said, "Boy, you need to go home so your mama can beat your booty." And I didn't say booty. He kind of looked at me. I said, "You ain't raised right." I said, "You don't talk like that in front of women and children." I said, "You're a nasty little fool." I said, "Your mama didn't beat you enough." He went to open his mouth. I said, "Yes, I know I'm a B. I'm that B. Meet me in the parking lot." He just kind of stood there and looked at me. I didn't care.
Hmm.
I just found that to be just as intolerably rude and disgusting as I could. And everybody else just stood there with their tail tucked between their legs like they were scared to go back there and say something to this man. If my grandbaby would have been back there, it would have been much worse than that. But I can guarantee you that the other 8 patrons in that store know exactly how I felt about the situation. I paid for my Marlboros and my Mountain Dews and I rolled on out the door.
Yep.
I'm Roxy and Shannon 2028. This is how we handle it. Some of these children ain't been raised right.
Some.
Some. Some.
And again, how many of us have been through the programs? But this is the good thing about understanding these things. Not only can we pick up on the red flags of like, oh, you were in the program, but you still there, honey. But it helps you to understand that people they're being parrots, or they're not really them, and you don't have to take things so personally sometimes, or you keep them in prayer, but you know that what's going on in them is this program that you understand, and you can have compassion for that at the same time, and know that perpetuating the situation or perpetuating this programming isn't going to do anything. Got to get to the root of the problem. We got to love each other, have patience, compassion, and to stand up for what's right. And when it comes time to have those cojones of steel,
Yeah.
But
You ain't got to take crap. You don't have to let anybody disrespect you. You don't. There are some standards in any relationship. Doesn't matter, family, friend, whatever. A human relationship. Respect, loyalty, consideration. If you don't feel like you're getting those things in a relationship, regardless of what it is, if you stand up for yourself and put that boundary up, others should respect it.
boundaries with patience. That's a really good way to put it.
I have patience.
I
3 to 5.
You're good. You're good. I'm
3
just
to 5.
in a general sense,
Yeah.
right? Because everybody is so heightened in
Yeah.
tension and trauma and just so much going on at once. Anybody could just be triggered at any moment, and so you got to understand where that's coming from.
Well, and this is why you're seeing more incidences of people getting shot in road raid incidences, like fender benders, and somebody dies because they start arguing. It's not that important, folks.
So many people are on the verge of snapping.
Yeah, some of them are snapping.
So inundated with stress and trauma, and this constant world stage throwing these program glitches at you.
Oh, I just had a good visual of this whole process. Okay, the innie, the outie, the integration. That's what happens when you're awake. When you're awakening, I should say. You have the integration of your innie and your outie, which is the programming. Whether you went through gate or looking glass or whatever, you were still programmed through the public education system as to the lies that our governments now and previously have perpetuated against us in a manner of control, whether it be psychological, physical, pharmacology, your food, whatever. When you finally awaken to all of these things that are going around you, think about it like a deck of poker cards that are split and you're fixing to shuffle them back together. Sometimes that shuffle is not perfect. Sometimes some get jammed up and you might have to shuffle more than once, but that is the integration of your innie and your outie. Does that make sense? That just worked out in my brain.
Did you throw up the presentation already? Did I not notice
No.
that?
No, we just kind of talked our way through it, so it's don't worry about it.
Okay. But that what she just said.
And you are correct, Biggie. Narcissistic people don't have patience because people who anyway.
Now look, a lot of the times too, these narcissistic behaviors are so entrenchly programmed in somebody, they just don't even realize that that's what space they're in. And again, patience and understanding and on your end is for you,
And just know that they mama didn't beat their ass enough.
right?
That's
And
what's wrong.
but pushing back in a certain way only gives them more power, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
They're usually looking for the reaction.
in that kind of a case, it's not even worth the fight. It's something that you just say, you know what, I rebuke you in Jesus in love. And at some point you'll learn to love yourself instead of obsess over your image, which is
And
really
if that
what narcissism,
narcissistic person keeps yapping at you, just gray rock them. If you
right?
don't know what gray rocking is, go look it up.
But that's just the thing is, here we go in this cycle. We need to be cycle breakers, because what happens when vengeance is played out, right? Or an act of getting back at somebody in a any kind of way, it's never going to solve anything, and all it does is perpetuate the same behavior, and then there's more
Mm-hmm.
vengeance to be had and more vengeance to be had, and it
Dominoes.
continually cycles. And this is what Jesus was trying to get across when he says turn the other cheek. It doesn't mean to be a you know
Oh, a chicken lily.
a wuss, okay, when it
Chicken
comes
lily.
to fighting the monsters. But you can't perpetuate
You
the
can't
violence.
become the monster. You
So that,
cannot become the monster.
and it takes a lot of strength, courage, and uh, restraint to behave in that manner when you want to push upon with vengeance.
Girl, I tell you all the time, I keep Petty Betty in the box. I consult you before I let that heifer even go to talking to me real hard, because she be having some real good ideas about things we could do. Like some of them are just for giggles. It's like that dark sense of humor in the box with her. And I'm like, girl, you shouldn't even be having them thoughts. I know that everybody has them. Like, you got that person that, or people, and you like, I wish your battery was dead when they got off work. You know how it is. You just have those days. I try to keep her in the box, because as long as I keep her in the box, she won't act upon those thoughts. She'll just laugh about them and move on.
We are fighting spiritual war. It's not, we keep mistaking these flesh suits for who we are. I have to remind myself on a daily basis in this world that I am not this flesh suit, and I am not this programmed experience that is here in this realm. You are not this flesh suit, and you are not this programmed experience. It's a programmed experience. The being that you really are is what has questions, things, has compassion, has feelings, has thoughts, has true blue emotion that isn't archonic or demonic or cold. That's programmed. That's a programmed experience. People say it's human nature. Is it? Is
Or
it?
is that just what you were programmed?
So, take that for what it's worth. But and to roll it all up, this show is the perfect depiction of exactly what we have all been stuck in for so long. And if you want to really help to integrate your innie with your outie, it's time to do some good soul work, you guys, with the Holy Spirit. And I know it's scary. I know it's scary to delve deep in there, and emotions come out and things, you know, but just know that this is a journey that you don't have to do alone, and you do with the Holy Spirit. And there is our community to talk to at any point in time. And we all may be on a different part of our journey, and that's okay.
And for anybody who's new to watching one of our videos, subscribe and like if you can, please. We would greatly appreciate it. But we also have a community board, and we should be more active on it. But life
I've
be
been
life
active
hard
on that.
lately.
I've been doing good. Just saying.
You have. I've been so frustrated with water around here that I couldn't stop crying for days. But we got a community board over there. We have a Discord page. It's under the Supernatural Network. Um, our Buy Me a Coffee links are below the video if you would like to donate anything. We don't make a dime. We don't even have enough subscribers for that yet.
And
Um,
if you guys have any playlists that you would like us to share on our community board, I would love to do that. So if you could email us, or if you have a way to contact us, just if you have a way to contact us, maybe I should put up a way to contact us.
that would probably be a good thing, Shannon. Hang on.
Anyways, I would love to share your playlists and, get out more videos of other stuff that helps with any of this research. So I want to do that. And, if there's some certain videos that you kind of want us to check out, I think on our Discord too would be also a really great way to do that. But I'd like to get some more stuff out there, in the community for us to peruse and research together. So, it's a lot. We have a lot that we're researching all the time. And then we have teams that are also helping us to research. And sometimes it gets really hard to go through everything.
I have 97 text messages that
But
are unopened.
I promise we'll get to them because all of this information is important. And of course, we'll try and vet everything and whatnot. But I just think it'd be nice for you guys to be able to share more of, the things that you are researching along with the rest of us. So
Or if you have a page and you've got content, I mean, like our regulars that we talk to all on here all the time, you got videos on there, lights, tell us about them. We're going to look at them. Like, usually the end of the show, by this time, we've all puffed past enough that we all chasing squirrels anyway. So,
although this is just nicotine.
Well, that sucks for you.
I'm just nicotine.
And for anybody that is new, this is a 420.
We are friendly. Although if it is not your thing, it's totally cool. No worries either way, because we all have our different opinions on it and how people feel about whatever, and no judgment on either end. So it's not something that I would encourage for children. Just saying, not for children unless you have epilepsy and you're like on some RSO or something. But these are adult things, and just kind of wanted to put that disclaimer out there.
Yeah, we try to keep it as family friendly as possible. Even that way, if you've got a kid in the background, if we talking about something, we'll talk about it. If you watch us enough, you'll understand what code words are for. And we don't have to say anything that would embarrass you in front of your child. We try to be safe for work if you'd like to listen to us there. But we're going to talk about some stuff. You might want to put some headphones on. And if somebody makes me mad, ain't no telling what you might hear come flapping out my jaw at any given time, any day of the week, everywhere.
Well, I just really hope that we all start really coming together as a body of Christ, because I'm not about this divide and conquer nonsense. So
no, I'm ready for it.
Let's throw out judgment on our downfalls. Let us work with Jesus on that. And I mean that for all of us. And let's come together in fellowship with Jesus, because he's refining us at all moments, at all times. We're not ever done with our journey on this planet of becoming more and more closer to the kingdom of Jesus. And I just wanted to say that because we are all on our own journeys. And I know I'm getting all soapboxy,
Oh,
whatever.
one thing
I kind of like, all right.
listen, due to my mental midgetry for the past few days, what do we have coming up date wise on all of this stuff we got going on? I know we got FIFA stuff fixing the end, and we got people singing Hallelujah today, which was beautiful, by the way. That was
See them.
absolutely beautiful.
I didn't see that. I've been with family most.
That's right. You ain't watched that. You got to go back and watch that video that
But
our
there's a
friend
lot I
shared.
have to catch up on because
Girl, I know.
I have just as many text messages I gotta go through. As I said, we have a team, and then we gotta go through everything, and it takes a minute, but
Yeah.
it's worth it because I love it, and I can literally
And
research all day long.
we love our team. Like everybody's going to have different opinions about things. And that's the way this is supposed to be, guys. Nobody knows everything. And listen, we ain't all right, but we ain't all wrong neither. Roxy and Shannon 2028. See, I'm trying to
Hey,
program you. But everybody's gonna have a difference of opinion. And person A may have more information than person B. Or maybe person A and person B have like research interest in totally different directions. But that's the cool thing about our team. A lot of our stuff overlaps.
yeah.
Some of us do one thing, some of us do another one, and some of us have experience in one thing and some in another. I still think they have me around just for security. Just saying.
Oh no, girl, you are.
I'm just a security. I'm the what is it? A Paul Blart.
You're the tech queen, girl. I can't push buttons. Remember?
Yep. I know.
Whatever. You're my ride or die. There's no way I could do this without you because then everyone would know how terribly tech friendly I am.
Yeah, friendly is not a word I would put with you in tech.
Quotation marks around it.
But we appreciate, yeah. Big air brackets is more like it. Tech
I'm
gremlin.
naturally blonde, okay? I can't.
You're a frequency magnet, is what you are.
Yeah, it's a problem.
It
I mean, that
is.
is the thing. There are those of us who have
She is,
serious
guys. Like,
issues with
I
the
have watched Shannon. I watched it in the van that day. Like, as she put
thank
her
you.
finger up towards the dash where the digital stuff was, you could see it receive her juice.
Yeah.
It was wild looking. Like, you can see she's electric, and it's not. I don't think it's demons. I just think her electricity, because
It,
of her bopping and dancing all the blooming time, she's all juiced up.
I don't know. Whatever it is, me and tech do not get along. Never really
Oh,
have. I glitch things out all the time. You see all the tech issues I'm always having. It's not even because I'm pressing buttons.
I
Hey,
think I
my
literally
stuff will
think it's
turn
because
itself
you are
on.
physically close to it. You're frying it, girl. She's like a walking taser.
It's just the power of Jesus coming out trying to fry that nonsense. That's all.
Her and that cane walking down the road, just zapping everything in proximity. Oh,
It's true. We don't get along. I keep trying to tell people, look, there is a serious like anti-relationship between
I
the
have a
tech
I have a
and you.
proof video. Like, she come to the cabin to pick me up in California, and you could hear her a mile down the road in this minivan. She was jamming so hard. She comes flying up the side of this mountain through this parking lot that's got craters in it that you could set a Volkswagen with her minivan with ground effects on it, bumping. I mean, she's bumping. She's coming through there. And when she gets there, she just kicks like the doors open and the speakers are jamming and she's just dancing in front yard at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Wake up.
Every day. Every day. So see, I'm like grumpy cat and she's like happy cat, I guess. She tries to get me happy, but it takes more puff puff pass
You
before
know,
I
imagine me in the goth days. Everyone used to say, "You are way too happy to be a goth girl."
Girl,
Like, hey, they're gotta.
about 2 more Red Bulls a day, and I'd have you zip tied in the back of the van. Be like, no. Oh God, y'all! I gotta tell this one. I gotta tell this last thing before we get off the air. I'm on a dating app, y'all.
I don't
met a guy.
Whatever.
I was talking to a guy on there, and we were talking, and he said something. Oh, I gave him my phone number. This is a few days, week or so ago. I was like, it's hard on that app to text back and forth and know when the other person is messaging. I don't like being rude. I try to be observant of other people's time. If you need an answer or, a reply, I try to be timely with it if I have time. If I don't reply to you, it's because I ain't had time to look at it. I'm busy. Heifer. Give me a minute. That's Shannon knows. We done had that moment.
Thinking about that right
Yeah.
now.
Shannon and I are practicing our telepathy. But anyway, I give a boy my phone number and I said, listen, I'm gonna give you my number, but I hope you're not a serial killer. He says, no, I'm not. I said, well, I didn't think you would be because it would be unlikely for two of them to be in the same conversation. And I just got ... And he come back with the best answer ever. He said, no, but what if I kidnap you? I said, I probably wouldn't fight you. I could use a hug today. I wouldn't fight a kidnapper. It was a bad day, guys. Well, see, some of these dudes on here that are like messaging off of these apps, like some of them, the only thing they have in them is WYD. I'm about what you doing from telling him what he should be doing, and it should not be trying to talk to women.
Yeah, I ain't
really dated since the 90s, y'all. This is scary.
These apps terrify me. You don't know how many lectures I give friends.
Nobody goes anywhere anymore. Nobody goes bowling as a group of adults. Your options for mingling is going to a bar. I don't want to go to a bar. I don't mind going to a bar and having a drink now or go dance a little bit. I don't want to go get sloshed. I don't want to be there every weekend. I just want to meet somebody. I don't want to go to church. We know I ain't going in no brick and mortar church. Because them people in there don't even know what they're doing in there. They all asleep anyway.
Every time I go in, because once in a while the Holy Spirit will shake me up and be like, you got to go in today. And I'm like, why?
Now, I'm not going to deny that my dating profile.
Shake it up. It's just to shake it up a little bit because little old me comes walking in with my nails and whatever. And automatically they're like,
well, see, my dating profile may be a little off-putting.
But then it's to praise, and I'm like, and they're like, oh, okay. She's actually
Biggie. Like, I can't go to the grocery store, honey. The only thing in the grocery store around here is Door Dashers. I mean, I'm trying to make good decisions.
She just eats potatoes. Like, what?
I don't go to the grocery store for that. No. But I mean, yeah, I do have on my profile that if you've had the vaccine, please don't message me.
You know what? What if we started like our own little
awakened daters, awakened singles or something?
No, we're not going to do that. I'm talking about physical little places with people actually coming together in person, like the old days. It's like, what if you had like
you could put 10,000 people in the same room. They can't put their phone down long enough to have a conversation.
Like a truther shack or a puzzle, emporium.
But see, then again, when you go down the list of like things that I'm acceptable to in this world, you might as well just come on by my house and let's roll one. Because if you ain't gonna do that and let's have a conversation, I don't want to be hanging out with y'all no way. Like, we need to be sitting around by a fire talking about all of this stuff. No. And I put it right in my thing, like, no shots.
What about what about just adventuring out in nature? There are other people out there
I'm
who
gonna start trying Lowe's and Home Depot. I'm gonna start with Lowe's. Okay,
looking for
dudes in
a
there in the
handyman.
construction
She's like,
aisle.
I need a handyman. I'm gonna go.
No. See, you don't. I do need a handyman, but you don't go in there like saying you need a handyman. You just go in there all dressed up, and you just stand there when you see a good-looking dude down the aisle. You just go stand there and look clueless because they all want to teach you something anyway. So you just stand there and look stupid when they ask you if you need help. Just play dumb.
I'm so glad to be an old married or a seasoned married lady. I don't have the patience for this nonsense.
I don't know that I do either. I ain't been in this but a couple of weeks, and I am not in it to win it. I promise. Like, I have people like, you got to get back out there. I'm like, why? Why? And they're like, you need socialization because most of my friends
Is this
don't leave home
social?
either. This is social. This is my social hour. I don't like strangers because I don't trust them.
I'm like, when are you gonna have time? Because you're on phone me.
True that. Like I have baggage. I have multiple baggages that come with me. Shannon and my granddaughter, and probably my mama,
Yeah, they
because
have
she's
to get
already
through
told
the
me.
diplomat first.
Yeah, my mama's already told me. She's like, depending upon whatever fun adventure you might go on, ask him if your mama can come.
Oh, that's scary. Though that's like a red flag. If I were, I'd be like, I don't know.
If I didn't tell them she was my mom, they would never know. She was my ex step mother in law, guys. She's only 6 years older than I am. And we're like the best of friends. But my respect level for her, we talk like friends, but my respect level for her is one of a mother because when I was 16 years old and she was 22, and I had just come into my ex in law's family, she took me up under her wing and taught me a lot of things about life that other women in my life had failed to teach me. And she's been there ever since. And after my divorce, a good portion of those people just completely disowned me. And honestly, I'd never done anything to them. Didn't do anything to my ex husband. I just left. But she never turned her back on me. And that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. So she deserves the respect of the word mom in every sense of the way. Have a play on the words true. And there used to be a dating app called True Match.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
I just,
Yeah.
I look. I every time I think of these things, I just think of some old scary bald dude in a tutu.
Me too.
I just like I.
I woke up yesterday morning with like 125 likes.
No offense to bald guys out there, but
There are no likes on there anymore because I like X'd them all.
I'm on nothing wrong with being bald. It was just the whole aesthetic.
No.
Okay, the full thing.
Listen, the bar is set high for like bare minimum. I have moved that thing lower than it should have been before because of potential, and the bar never got back to where it needed to be. So we're gonna start it way up there. Like, I'm willing to negotiate, but this ain't Facebook Marketplace. Because
I
I'm not a snack. I'm a whole meal, honey. I know what I bring to the table.
I would like to say something real quick. I know most people are on Facebook. I know all of these things. Even this is a social media place, right? But Facebook and Instagram and a lot of these things, I just, if the more and more you step back from it, the more mentally well you're going to be. So, and just remember, good old Zuckerberg is trying to put us all in the metaverse. So I wouldn't constantly use these avenues to put out everything all the time, because we all know they're tainted, but it's giving them money. It's giving them more access. It's giving them more. More of our.
Put down the phone and go touch the grass.
I mean, we all get our moments of the scroll of doom, okay? We all do it. None of us are clear of that whatsoever. But I've been off Facebook now for 6 years. Wow, 6 years. 6 years. I should have a party, guys. That's a celebration.
6 years off social media.
I mean, again, this is
you should get a chip for that or something.
And I cannot tell you how much less stress and anxiety
She don't have time for social media, people. She's got me.
That's right. And my family and God. I don't have time for that.
I don't think y'all understand the degree sometimes the time that Shannon and I stand together on the phone, on FaceTime. It's not just phone calls, FaceTime. We stay plugged up to the wall. When her husband leaves for work before she has to go to work or I go to work, we're just on it. Like, we're in the bathroom together. We just turn the camera off. We'll be in the shower washing her hair. We're still talking. And later on that, we're still on the phone and lunch comes and yeah.
If we didn't have the ability to do multiple things on these devices, it probably wouldn't work out.
See, it's just like for us, it's like this implant because like we're cleaning house and going on about our day, just riding down the road, and I'm on the dash with her like I'm in the passenger seat and we're going to the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, hey. Oh, 7-Eleven used to.
But this is what you have to do when your best friend is on the exact opposite coast.
Right? Like, okay, Lord Jesus, your what is that? Your sense of humor sometimes. It's very fun. Yes.
Because Roxy went to California and she was not a fan of California. Shannon lives there. That's about the best thing I could find about it.
Well, don't get me wrong. No, it's beautiful. It's just different.
It's expensive.
It is expensive.
It's extremely expensive. Y'all don't even understand if you ain't been out there how expensive it is. Like, their prices are triple what East Coast is on a lot of things. And it was just crazy to me to see it.
And everybody always says, "Oh, but your what is it? The minimum wage
rate of pay." Yeah,
and I'm just like, doesn't mean a dang thing.
They can pay y'all double what they pay us, but everything costs you triple.
Exactly.
It's not about. That's the thing. It's not about how much you make per hour versus what it costs. It's the difference in between that when you buy the things you need, that you don't have enough left to get to your next cycle of whatever it is. And I saw a video today, and we're going to go, guys, because we almost at 2-hour mark, but it said, how are they charging us to stay on dirt that our Father in heaven gave us?
Yep.
How did they take the fruit trees from us and now sell us the fruit that our Father gave us? How did they take the water from us and dam it up and put it in bottles that our Father gave us?
Next is air, like the Lorax.
Don't get me started on a cat in the hat. We are but a speck of dust in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
In the scheme of things, folks. That's why they took Cat in the Hat out of school. Cat in the Hat is one of those integration pieces that kicks in. Whoville.
Yep.
Whoville. Okay, guys, we're going to end on a good note. It is Thursday night. We have loved spending time with you guys. I don't know if we'll have a show this weekend or not. We don't like to make promises because we don't know what happens. Shannon's got family in from out of country.
Yeah.
She's got her family in from the Italy.
Yes, my Aunt Delia is here from Rome. And yes, she is
Rome.
Works for the Vatican. So, but she is a very lovely, lovely lady. And
Shannon's going to have an interesting weekend.
Everything. Oh, no. Here's the thing, guys. You don't know. Okay. This woman can spend 8 hours in a Walmart.
See, I've heard a lot of Europeans coming over here for the soccer thing are like completely tripped on Walmart and Dollar General.
No, it's not like she hasn't been here. I mean, she was born here, okay?
Right, but they don't have those over there.
No, but oh my gosh, right? So we have to take her shopping on Saturday. And everyone, my Uncle Bill came into town. They haven't seen, like, all the siblings haven't been together in almost 23 years. And everybody, the second we started talking about shopping in Aunt Delia, everyone's like, oh no. We all have our stories of like hours and hours and hours with her in a CVS. Okay.
Evidently, you can't get ranch dressing over in Europe.
No.
You can't get Hidden Valley.
Sour cream either. When she's here, she just inhales that stuff.
Well, like there are grocery stores up there around where the crowd's at for this soccer stuff that's going on. Like the grocery stores are running out of ranch because these people are buying it and shipping it home. We're about everybody be aware the next lockdown may be that we're going to run out of Hidden Valley ranch.
Oh no.
There's going to be a shortage in the supply chain. Oreos and Hidden Valley Ranch have just, and Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Because, see, all of their food over there is not as unhealthy as ours is. So they're coming in here. They came to America as healthy Europeans. They will go home as diabetics.
Yeah. So, wonderful, amazing, lovely woman. I love my aunt very, very much. Beautiful voice, phenomenal woman. It's just gonna just pray for me on Saturday.
Get that woman some ranch.
Pray for me on Saturday.
It's gonna be okay.
I need to bring my children so I can make them take her about a little bit when I need to sit down.
Make sure you take lots of pictures. A trip that long, they're not getting any younger. We're all getting a little more seasoned every day. So make sure you take lots of pictures and enjoy those memories, because one thing to be grateful for is family. Yeah. And you guys are a family. We're grateful you were here with us tonight. At the latest, we'll be back next Tuesday with some fantastic idea and maybe a little more about the show, because I'm sure I'll be running out of seasons by then.
Well, yeah, there's only 2, right?
Yeah, there's only 2, and I'm halfway through one. So,
no, is it an ongoing show? That I didn't actually know.
I didn't care. I'm so deep in now. If it ends with one more season, I'm going to lose it. It's going to be one of those convenience store moments. Shannon got to see, and most people don't notice this, and a lot of people don't get close enough to me to see this. Shannon got to see what my eyes do when I get angry.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I was hangry.
I was like, they're glowing. Like, no joke.
I get Incredible Hulk eyes when I get mad. When I get like really passionately mad, if you can see the color of my eyeballs, they literally glow like the Incredible Hulk. Not a lot of people see it because a lot of people aren't exactly looking at my eyeballs when I'm losing and I'm about to swing on them. You know, they're in the guard position. Shannon didn't have to guard, so she saw the eyes and she's like, oh my God.
Well, I mean, when I get really to that point too, mine are like crystal clear. Like they're almost white, and it's weird. So I get that, but to see it glow, I was like,
see, I understand why that chick on the airport in the airplane said that dude beside her wasn't human. You know what I mean? I'm always terrified that somebody's going to say that about me, because I have seen it before when it does that, and it's kind of freaked myself out. So I'm like, I don't think that's normal. I don't know. I've looked it up. Evidently, it's a genetic thing.
I mean, it was beautiful. I was quite captivated, and especially since knowing you weren't upset with me. So I was.
Well, as an ignorant 24-year-old woman who has partaken in a puff pass for probably the 4th time in her life, and it happened, it freaked me out. That's the night I ripped the medicine cabinet off the wall because it had a mirror in it. And yeah, it's a long story. I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah.
That was the first night I hulked out.
I can't say I've ever hulked out like that, but I know, because everyone who's been here, if you're new, I used to be in the new age stuff. I did a lot of hallucinogens. Did DMT, mushrooms, mescaline, LSD. And this is stuff that I chose to do, not the stuff they put in our stuff in the programming. So that already started as a child. I've been in it to win it apparently for a long time. But
She's
you
a
don't
lifer.
you don't look at yourself in the mirror in those situations. It's not a good idea because things move and you see things that are spiritual and you don't comprehend that. It's
Well,
just not
see,
a good idea. But
the
again,
night that
don't do that.
happened,
Don't do these things. Do not try at home.
well, the night that happened, I was 20 some years old. I hadn't smoked but a couple of times in my life. It just hadn't been my thing. And I don't know if it was just strong or what, but anyway, I told somebody that there was something on their face and they said no it wasn't and they argued me down. So I went in my bathroom to the medicine cabinet, which is just screwed to the wall because it was the only mirror I could find. And as I was getting so mad trying to snatch this medicine cabinet off the wall, I saw my eyes and what they were doing.
Girl.
Shannon saw them yesterday. And to see them yourself like that, one of the first times you've ever really got really there on a puff puff pass, it was kind of freaky. So I try not to let Hulk come out, but I was mad yesterday, and Shannon saw the sparkle of it. Not a lot of people see that.
Yeah.
I told you I try to keep Betty in the box.
See, we were a witness to each other in these things, so we can actually attest to, yes, we're not just saying things out of our butts, okay? These are real things that really
freaky things.
Real freaky things.
And we put our business out there for people to make fun of us, FYI. And if you do, go ahead, because haters gonna hate. If I got 10 today, I want 10 more by the weekend. Because if somebody ain't hating, I ain't doing my job for Jesus.
That's right.
That's
right. And again, one more disclaimer: do not take hallucinogens. Look, I get that there are some things out there that state that microdosing certain things or all these kinds of things can help with stuff, but Jesus is way more powerful and will be able to decalcify your pineal gland just fine on his own because he is all powerful and almighty. So you don't need to take a substance to do said thing. Because when you do, you're messing with a spiritual realm that is not friendly to you, whether they pretend to be or not. And I promise you, the last time I ever touched dimethyltryptamine, DMT, I almost did not come back. And demons did literally warn me and tell me my life was going to fall apart because I didn't want to stay with them then. And it sure did. That's when I got in the accident. That's when I became a handicapped person. That's when my whole life fell apart. My father died, all of these things. And just don't touch it. I repented and I still repent every day of those days, trying to self-heal or listen to the lies of how this stuff is magical and will take you to these magical elves that'll teach you things or whatever they tell you, or to decalcify your pineal gland, because yes, we need that, we want that, but not in this means. So my disclaimer to you is do not mess with the demon realm, because that's what it is. And I'm talking things from like Benadryl too. There are things that are over the counter that you can take a lot of that will do that to you. So just disclaimer, don't do that at home. Love you guys.
Be careful. Don't play with chemicals that you don't know what they're gonna do to you. And if by chance on some, moment you would make sure you don't.
Don't. I have a permanent third leg now. If
Don't.
you're not listening to Jesus
Stick with the Lord's lettuce.
and trying to
Ain't nobody never had the Lord's lettuce in them and decided to go rob no bank. They can't get up off the couch because they with their bag of Cheetos, or they might be cooking a pizza and forget it. But like that's it.
Right.
There's it is like a negative aggression.
And I have a little message to read off here from our lovely friend. We're all Jesus's gatekeeper, the ones that help and protect. We're the receiver, the gift to help people remember who they are. And I just thought I'd share that because it was a message that Jesus gave one of our dear friends, and I just wanted to read that out loud for them.
My phone has gone into sleep mode. That's why I ain't seen no text.
It's all good.
We passed my bedtime, baby girl. Cause like
If I have a request to share something with you guys from someone, I will do that, especially if it comes in the name of Jesus. So,
amen. We can't shut up tonight. We're at 2:05.
alcohol kills. You know what? I'm sorry, but he did bring this up. I have really awesome news, guys. It's been 1 year since I have not had a single drop of alcohol. And
Get
so
it,
that's
girl.
really awesome. So,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and I hope wherever you're at, it is not as hot there as it is here. Cause this southern, if you don't live down here, it's humid everywhere. It's like walking through onion soup. Some days it's so humid. You can cut it with a knife. So, and I know that dry heat is hotter and humid heat, but when you walk out the door with ours, it's like the air is so thick some days. It's like it's super heavy to breathe because when you walk out, it's like, and it'll take your breath.
I can attest to that because I've been out here all my life. And yes, it gets so hot, but it is a different type of hot because you go out there and we went to Florida during the summer and we're like, what in the heck?
Come on out to the swamp,
Like,
little
why?
girl.
Right.
That place is humid. Yeah, you can't. That's like me going to 5,000 foot in California. I like to have exploded.
If I didn't have a little go-kart thing, I would not have made it, I tell you.
Yeah, it's been warm here, and then we keep having showers and stuff. I know there's a bunch of storms brewing out there, and we ain't looked at them.
But hey, you can at least say that your skin will always be lovely and hydrated because out here, I'm already white, okay? So I already have Sahara desert skin, but you come out to the desert, there's gonna be cracks, okay?
Girl, we got mosquitoes out here that could catch domestic violence charges on chickens. I mean, these things are big. These things are violent. Oh, she locked up. I don't do what? You lost sound. You have no sound. Your mic went out. Yeah, these skeeters out here at my house. Give it a second. It's got to redo its thing. We have a small pond in the front yard, and the water's kind of stagnant. Hang on, Shannon. I'm trying to reboot your mic. Hang on. I'm going to have to swap it twice. Hang on. There you go. We got you back now.
I was just trying to say, apparently, our squirrels out here are beefy.
Yeah, they got some big old squirrels. Their squirrels look like our beavers. I'm just saying. Like the proportion of the animal to animal is a little different. I was not expecting that. Even the crows, which seem to be everywhere I go, are bigger there than they are here. I wonder why your animals. It's not huge. Well, like the squirrels were a little big, but I don't know.
Just have more food access.
I don't know. The actual, small, what I call small, what critters. The critters there, which I call, like 10 pound and under. That's a critter. Just for
it
everybody that ain't from the South. 10 pound and under is a critter.
Maybe it's because there's so much diversity in land that there's
Uh-huh.
just more for them ecosystem wise to graze upon. I don't know.
I don't know. They a little bit littler over here. Might be eating something different. I don't know. We got plenty of critters. I got to feed my squirrels in the morning.
We have X-Men squirrels.
More squirrels. Okay, guys, we're gonna shut up
Yeah.
because we
Okay,
can get.
night.
Good night.
I love
We'll see you